Hi everybody, I hope you've all had a great week. I hope it's been productive. I hope you've managed to get some stuff done. I'm just going to get straight into today's topic. So today's video is going to be 5 steps to helping you build positive habits or helpful habits, however you want to word it. Have you ever noticed how easy it is to fall into unhelpful habits? So for example, you might get up late for work one day and then you end up getting up late for work for the whole week. You end up missing the bus or missing the train or however it is you get to work. It just seems to be spiraling into chaos basically, and that is because the mindset that we're in sets the tone for all the other decisions that we make. So that is why it's so important to have positive habits and maintain a positive mindset. So I'm going to talk about 5 steps to helping you create positive habits. Tip number 1 is to start small. So for example, for the video's sake, I'm just going to use the example of starting the gym. If your long-term goal is to start the gym every night throughout the week, so going to the gym 7 times a week, it's not going to be helpful to start out with that as your initial goal, because it's just not going to be attainable. It needs to be something that's doable. It needs to be something that you're going to be able to actually achieve, and it needs to be something realistic. So for example, you might want to say, I'm going to start off by going to the gym twice a week, and then when you do manage to stick with that, you can then up it to 3 or 4 times a week. You can move the goalpost, and eventually you will be able to reach your end goal of going to the gym 7 times a week. So make sure that when you're starting off with your habits that you want to create, you start off with something small and attainable, and make sure that it's something realistic that you're going to be able to aim for without having too much disappointment. So tip number 2 for creating positive habits is to stay in a positive mindset. This one's easier said than done. Sometimes it's really easy to be pessimistic, especially when it's something that is not such an easy habit to form. So we'll use the gym example again. If you're someone that's never been to the gym before, it's not going to be easy making yourself take that first step to actually put your gym clothes on, get your food and water bottle ready or whatever it is that you do, and actually leave the house and step foot in the gym. It's not going to be easy. That's the whole point of it being something that you have to build. It's a habit that you have to build. It's not something that's going to come overnight. So it's very important to maintain a positive mindset throughout this whole experience, just so that you can keep motivated really, because it is easy to just give up and say, what am I even doing this for? So staying optimistic, staying positive. If you miss the gym one day because you're not feeling very well or you've got an injury, just keep that positive mindset about, I'm going to go to the next one. I'm not going to let myself fall off. I'm going to carry on with this, and hopefully that will enable you to carry on with your goals. So tip number 3, which sort of leads on from the previous one, is to make sure that you identify any obstacles that you might face whilst trying to achieve your positive habits. So if your routine is an obstacle, for example, and you don't have much time in the mornings to go to the gym perhaps, that would be an obstacle for you, and therefore you'd be able to work something around going in the evening times after work or whatever else that you've got in your schedule. Identifying the obstacles that are going to cause a problem in the beginning will prevent you from having little hiccups along the way, which can ultimately slow down your motivation and put you right back to square one. So just make sure that you're identifying anything that might get in the way early on and putting a plan in place to get over that. Tip number 4 for creating positive habits is to make sure that you stay committed. This is the most important tip in my opinion, because like myself, I'm sure many of you have probably tried to start a new venture and just ended up not carrying it on, and it's a waste at the end of the day. It's you that's missing out. You just have to keep doing it. Nobody likes to keep doing things that are not particularly comfortable, but you have to keep doing it until it does become comfortable, and then at that point it won't even feel like you're forcing yourself anymore. It'll just feel like a part of your everyday routine. So make sure that if you do set a goal or choose a habit such as going to the gym, make sure that you are going every time that you say you're going to go, so twice a week, 3 times a week, whatever it might be. And then once you've achieved that, we're moving the goalpost, as we mentioned in the previous tip, moving the goalpost, making sure that we get to that ultimate end goal of 7 nights a week. So this can also be applied to positive habits towards your mental health. So for example, if you want to be more grateful, Make sure that you're starting your gratitude journal. Make sure that you're actually filling it in. Make sure that you're actually remembering. Make sure that you stay committed. And that is the key to the recipe, and you will be able to achieve your end goal in no time if you just keep doing it. Tip number 5 is to reward yourself when you reach the little milestones, whether that be you've been to the gym solid for 3 weeks, so now you're gonna, I don't know, order a nice new workout outfit, or maybe if you're someone that loves cake and sweets like myself, you could treat yourself to going out to a dessert shop or ordering takeaway. Psychology studies have shown that positive reinforcement creates repetitive behaviours, basically. So if you reward yourself for carrying on with your habits and goals, you will ultimately find it easier to keep doing it, and just keep rewarding yourself at different intervals. For example, every 4 weeks, every 2 weeks, whatever it might be, whatever it is that you find rewarding, just make sure you incorporate that into it as well. So I hope you enjoyed those 5 tips. That was just a little short and sweet video this time. Just something that I feel like will help a lot of people, because it is so easy to slip into unhelpful habits, and once you get down that rabbit hole, it's really hard to pull yourself out of it. So I'm hoping that some of you will be able to take some ideas from this and apply it to your everyday lives. I hope you enjoyed this video and I hope you found it helpful. If you did, please give me a like and a comment in the box, and just let me know what kind of content you want going forward. I look forward to seeing you in the next one, and I hope that you all have a great week. Thanks for watching. Bye.